What's going on, guys? Willis Gaming here. We are back again with another Destiny 2 video. Another awesome thing you can be doing this week, guys, is farming the raid. So before this video begins, obviously if you'd like a chance to win the exclusive emblem seen on screen right now, feel free to support the video with a like and leave a comment down below. This isn't required, it just helps support the video. But yeah, straight into this video. So obviously it's reset. All of the raids have sort of switched around. The Leviathan, I guess what we're going to be farming this week in the Leviathan is actually the Gauntlet. Probably not the fastest one, but there's actually something cool you can do after finishing the Gauntlet. So if you're not aware, Bungie made it so you can pretty much infinitely farm encounters in the raids. And doing the Leviathan is probably a really good way to get God rolled gear, legendary shards, masterwork cores, pretty much everything you need to be going into Beyond Light. You need all of this stuff, and if you're a new player, this is definitely something you definitely want to be doing. Even if you're a veteran player as well, you kind of want to just be farming this as much as you can before Bungie removes the ability for us to just farm raids over and over again. So I guess I'll just show you guys the skip, and here's what you need to do. So obviously you want to boot up into the Leviathan prestige mode. Obviously you want to be on prestige mode so you can get the most rewards. It also gives you an extra drop. You can either dismantle this or just keep it. It's up to you if you want the rolls. But go up the right lift. Obviously then this will shoot you up to the right side pillar, and you want to go all the way to the right like normal. We're on the right side this week, not the left. Obviously this does change every week, so you need to make sure whatever encounter it is, you are obviously on the right side. So basically just go up to the right and jump through the little gap, and you pretty much need to slide across this, fall all the way down by here, and basically just go exactly where I'm going. If you're a speedrunner or you just absolutely sweat the raid, you probably already know this spot, but obviously for those newish players, you probably don't know this. So you want to jump over and just land through this door by here, and basically just take a right, so it obviously loads you into the area. It might kill you if you're on PC, it might not. Honestly, people are saying you need like locked frames. I tried locking my frames, it still killed me. It doesn't matter, just respawn and continue on. You want to basically go to the door and open up the little panel on the side. This will bring you into the little watcher encounter. Now this is where I guess a few people get lost, so kind of just follow where I go. Now obviously you want to run through the little watcher encounter by here, just ignore them completely. We're just trying to get to the encounter, and you want to go over to the right by here, and there'll be these little like sort of escape pods, let's call them. You want to go to the second one, go in, skip the first left, and go to the second left. Go and just go forward, skip the left, and then go right, and then go left, and then just go straight up all the way to the top. And that's pretty much it. It's very important that as well, when you're doing this, make sure you're either solo or everybody is doing this skip. It's very important with this skip just because of the elevator. Unless everybody does this skip and follows, you won't be able to actually pull your entire fire team unless someone actually jumps up the elevator, which can be kind of tricky. Obviously if you're not a warlock, can't really just zoom up there. If you got Thunder Crash, maybe you can do it with a Titan. But if you're doing this skip, try and make sure you're solo, and then you basically go in the encounter, wipe, and then everybody joins in, and then everybody will be with you. It's not one of those skips where you can basically just do it while everyone waits at the start. You kind of need to do it solo, and then your whole fire team joins. Can be a bit annoying, but obviously, like I said, this isn't the most ideal week to be doing the farm. But obviously, once you do the encounter, but yeah, it's a very, very old encounter. Obviously, if you're new to the game, you probably won't know the entire mechanics, but it pretty much revolves around having a runner, puncher, and a shooter. Obviously, the runner will grab the charge and run the gauntlet. The puncher and the shooter will stay together at all times, rotating around the arena with their runner. One player, the puncher, will stay on the ground, shooting triangles and obviously punching the scions. The shooter will then jump from plate to plate, dealing with the psionic reflections. Obviously, when the runner inside calls the triangles, the shooter and the puncher will work together to obviously shoot both of them. Sometimes you can even do what we were doing. We were just kind of just like failing them just so they can get through. This will work up to a certain amount of times. And then the only difference, I guess, with the prestige mode is everybody needs to be a runner. So obviously, just make sure you rotate people out. So if you haven't obviously run, you then need to go be a puncher and then a shooter, and then obviously just switch around. It's honestly a really easy encounter that a lot of people just skim over. And then towards the end with the final run, there's actually a little cheeky cheese that you can do. So when everybody gets teleported into the last room, have one person just go forward as normal, and then everybody else basically wants to turn around and just head backwards to the first wall. Wait at the first wall, and then everybody pretty much just needs to grab an orb and then just basically go over the finish line. It's honestly super simple. You don't need everybody running in a straight line. It's a super like old cheese that a lot of people use, and obviously speedrunners and stuff like that. And then after this encounter, you can actually go straight to the dog encounter. So instead of replaying this whole encounter, which I said is probably one of the longer encounters each week, you can just go straight to the dog encounter. So here's the quick, I guess, skip. So once everyone jumps down the lift, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is pull some levers. There's 4 levers in total, and they're located in this room by here. So as you can see on screen, there's these pillars. You want to pull the levers in this order right here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull the levers in that order, and then basically at the end of the corridor, there'll be a little passageway which opens. This leads to the dog encounter, one of the fastest encounters you can be doing to farm. Obviously, the dog rotation is next week, but what I recommend doing is actually go do the gauntlet farm and then go straight to dogs. Dogs will give you a ton of loot super quick. You can literally do the dog encounter in like a minute. It's insanely fast, and if you have swords, it's even quicker. Obviously, make sure you're running Oppressive Darkness. So what I would recommend for this fight is use the Fallen Guillotine, Oppressive Darkness, Weapons of Light, maybe a Nova Bomb if you're a Warlock, and pretty much you'll be done in like seconds. It's super easy. You only need to grab 1 damage buff as well. But here you can see we're still pretty much making our way to the next encounter. It's super quick. As long as everyone knows the route, you can be there in seconds. You're at the dog encounter, pretty much start it up. Obviously, just assign yourself to a dog. If you've seen my previous video, you know it's super simple. Assign yourself to a dog. There'll be a dog map in the video description. Use the sword with Oppressive Darkness, and you can pretty much solo your dog. Super easy. Obviously, help people who are struggling. If they struggle with the dogs, obviously go near them and help them. But other than that, guys, yeah, go farm the gauntlet this week for a bunch of legendary shards, enhancement cores, anything you want. God rolled gear is by far the best you can be getting from this. Also, a lot of the curated gear, like I said, will drop, which basically means if you dismantle it, you get the enhancement cores. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave you guys with the dog encounter. I'll see you guys in my next video, and peace.
Guardian down.